All right, next pose, warrior two. Come into a wide stance. Depending on your hip mobility, again, it might be wider if you're more flexible, not as wide if you're new or not as flexible. Turn your toes slightly in. And this is really important because it helps with your knee health. It's going to help you better engage your quadriceps. These are the muscles in the fronts of your thighs, and that will help to lessen the strain on your knee. From here, very simple. Keep your hips facing to the outside, turn your front foot to face forward, and then bend into your front knee, leading with your hips. Knee over the ankle on the front foot. Again, very important that you keep that back foot turned in slightly. That's going to help you protect your knees. From here, I want you to squeeze your legs toward one another, just as if the mat were sliding apart in opposite directions. The hips stay under the shoulders, so you want to make sure you're not leading with the shoulders here. Legs squeezing toward one another, tailbone reaching down, which means you're trying to aim the very bottom of your spine straight at the ground. Don't let your butt poke out behind you. Don't let your lower back arch. Instead, think of lengthening or removing that arch from your lower back. And that's going to help you better engage your core and also work more on your hip mobility. So this is our warrior two stance. We've got engagement through both legs, my quadriceps, my glutes, those are your butt muscles, those are working. And then also in the back leg, the thigh, the front and the back of the thigh are working. I'm also pushing into the outer edge of my back foot, feeling a bit of a stretch to that outer ankle area. Last step of warrior two is the arms. Press your fingertips out in opposite directions. Pull your shoulder blades back and down so your neck is nice and loose, and then look straight over your right middle finger. You should be feeling this weight evenly balanced throughout both legs, not all in the front leg, but also your back leg helping out. All right, let's do that on the other side. Go ahead and straighten that leg, turn it in, another breath, lift up. Exhale, release your arms down. All right, straighten to the other side. Left foot turns out, sink into your front knee, squeeze the legs toward one another, thighs working, inner thighs working, and core working, your abs working. One other aspect of this is making sure that your knee doesn't cave in toward the middle. So it helps to squeeze your knee to the outside. So my left leg is forward here. I'm gonna squeeze my left knee to the left. I should be able to see my big toe around my knee. If I can't, if that knee is coming in, that's a sign that I'm doing this incorrectly, and over time that could lead to knee pain or injury. So make sure you're squeezing that left knee out to the left. Ribs lift away from the hips, so I'm creating space through my core. Arms are still out in opposite directions, shoulder blades pulling back and down, and then looking straight over my left middle finger. Again, I want to feel this weight distributed throughout my whole body. If I'm feeling all of this in my left leg, there's a good chance that my shoulders are shifting forward. If you have a mirror or if you have the ability to kind of film yourself while you're doing this, just set up your phone, record a video. That will be really helpful with your technique because you really have no idea what you look like until you see yourself doing it. So keep in mind that that's a really good training tool. All right, go ahead and straighten that leg, turn it in, bring your feet back together, toes touch, lift your arms overhead, big breath in. Exhale, release your hands.